Good morning. It's 5:05 in the Albuquerque airport here, and we are just getting our bags checked and getting ready to make our way through security. Busy little day here at Southwest, but we gotta find some coffee. Cheers. Here we go, about to go up the escalators. At the top and to the right of the escalators is security. This is the main area of the Albuquerque Sunport. You can see over here we got our little cool Wright Brothers plane replica. At least I don't think it's the original. I'm sure that's like in the Smithsonian. But if you've never traveled to Albuquerque's Sunport, this is kind of what it looks like. Cheers. So if you haven't seen inside of a cockpit, Southwest 737, there it is. A lot of pretty little dials and lights and switches. Keep this thing moving. Yeah, sure looks like a terminal for Southwest. All I see is Southwest planes here in Oakland. Okay, lots and lots of blue ocean below. Different layers of clouds. It's been interesting watching them as we were a little lower, different layers as they moved in different directions and stuff. Pretty cool. But we've been into the flight for 3 hours now. We've got a couple more hours to go before we reach our destination. Okay, we're making our approach to our destination. Just look how blue and towards the coastline there, the beach, how turquoise that water is. That's just amazing. Looks so beautiful. Anyway, we're coming into paradise here. Should be landing in a few minutes. Yeah, we're getting down lower. See all the housing and industrial area, making our approach. Clouds, just beautiful moist climate here. So different from our little high desert home. See some of the harbor area off to the left.
Alrighty folks, I'm gonna walk by.
So we're making our approach. Nice pretty coastline. Nice homes, beach area. Of course, like way out there in the distance, like a military naval craft, destroyer, or who knows what. But yeah. Okay, coming in for a bumpy little landing. Tossed around here a bit. Okay, coming for a stop. Landed safely. Interesting little note, side note here, we flew on a 737 MAX 800 and lived to tell about it. Glad to see this is back in the fleet. Okay, Thane and Judy here, and we've just got out of off the plane, coming to the terminal, and you can see behind us we got little paradise of Honolulu here. And our girl's going to pick us up and probably get us away from all the crazy traffic. And yeah, it's just beautiful. I'm going to flip around and give a shot of what we're looking at behind. It's like some sort of arboretum, you know. Just all the lush green. It's a little warm and muggy, but you know, we're kind of dressed almost for the climate. Probably stripped down a little more, but otherwise it's pretty comfortable, and it's hard to believe this is an airport. So we're down in the pickup area, and we got our crazy bunch of luggage. Judy's got a couple by her, I've got a couple over there. What a pain. But we're waiting for our girl Tessa to pick us up, give us a ride out to the house. You can see the traffic coming towards us. We got to watch for her, but hopefully We'll be out of the zoo here in a moment. Cheers!
Cheers!
Anyway, here we are, about to go through the Tetsuo Hirano tunnel, so things might blacken up, but we got our lift, Tessa, here, giving us a ride to the house, and we're gonna spend 5 weeks here helping them out, get the place safer, especially that electrical. A lot of crazy stuff we gotta get taken care of and cleaned up and made a lot safer. And of course, I'm still working 8 to 5, but local time is going to be 4 to 1 p.m. or so. So I should have some of the afternoon free to work on some of these projects, and of course weekends too. So we're looking forward to sharing some of our little tricks, techniques, whatever, and what's involved in repairing and renovating a 1963 island home. So I hope you'll find this interesting, and more to come. And I'll hopefully show you some more scenery here as I flip over. It's kind of interesting going through the tunnel here, especially with the video optical stabilization we have here. So we just got out of the tunnel. The big mountains, the ocean. Really not getting it good here. Over there.
Can we?
Yeah. Bring it down a little too.
Like that?
And get up here. Also good. But now you can kind of see the shoreline as we come back down through the tunnel and mountains here. We're heading to the house. Okay, we've arrived. The girls are getting the luggage where it needs to go. This is the nice little starter home on the islands here. The kids have picked up. They're in for the big challenge of their lives as they start the American dream getting going here. But like any American dream, there's always a flip side to it, and there's electrical problems, and there's other little issues that we'll be diving into here while we're staying. Anyway, just giving you a glimpse of paradise here. It's kind of warm, muggy, humid, but I'll just try to get pictures of all the trees around the front yard here. It's kind of nice. Okay, so here's the interior of the home that Michael and Tessa bought. There's the front door right behind me. You come through here. Pretty classic tile floor, 12-inch tile flooring in the place. I temporarily set up my remote office here, and of course a pile of tools we brought with us. We grabbed 2 suitcases each. We're allowed, of course, 50 pounds on each suitcase, so that's a total of 4 of them for us that we checked in. And everything seemed to make it just fine, other than my headset and my little remote office here was damaged, but that's okay. Glad we made it all the way across the Pacific here to the islands, and I don't think they have a furnace in here. We didn't see a furnace, so it's like all just AC. So they got like 3 or 4 of these. I think they're Mitsubishi brand, but they're like, today they're known as like Mr. Cools. It was a real popular brand. If I was putting some new ones in, I'd put those in into a house like this. But they work really well, the Mitsubishi brand that they have here. They just have some venting of the water problems, the condensation that these units put out. They aren't, excuse me, vented all the way to a safe runoff area, and some of it could come back and puddle up around the house, and that's not good. So anyway, it's a little carpeted area here. That's one of the things we're going to do is get matching tiles and transition them across here, and remove the carpet and just do all tiles. The windows are real funky and interesting. I'll show that later, but I think our first project is just taking care of the electrical. There's most of them are properly grounded, the outlets. There's some little differences between switches. I'll encourage the kids to let me swap those out for them. You can see they have a newer rocker style here that just rocks back and forth on and off. And that's pretty common. I like those. I've put them in houses before, ripped out all the old non-rocker styles, the little, up and down switches. See if I have any examples right here. If we go through the house here, I'm sure here's one. You can see it's a little up and down style. Just make it uniform to the house. That would be another nice thing I'd like to get taken care of. There's outlets. One that wasn't grounded, and that's outside. And I'll open the faceplate, kill the breaker on it, and of course, you may have to do a little hunting to find the breaker. Anyway, I should give a little more of a tour of the house. We got the open kitchen area behind us. We'll hope to change out, put some granite in here, and maybe the granite waterfall on each side here and the other side over there. So it just looks like a nice finished off granite job there. I got my little granite wet saw with me and some grinding tools and stuff, so we should be able to grind and polish everything really nice, professional looking. Anyway, they do electrical boxes, outlets here a little differently in this kind of style house. This is probably pretty common in the islands for this era, but you'll see we have some like tongue and groove on the wall here. And this is like probably an inch thick, 1.5 inches or something. But this is what makes up the wall. They frame the house, your post and beams, and you can see like the nice ceiling beams behind me. I'll try to see how it's supported there from the main beam that runs through the house. And it's a real lightweight roof, even though it's loaded with some solar panels, which is nice, because it gives them a real cheap power bill when they run the AC real hard, which of course in this climate you will. But so what they do is, back to the walls, it's this like 1 or 1.5 inch tongue and groove that they put together here, and that's all there is to the wall. And it holds storms out and all that. It's almost like I don't know what you'd think of it as. It's not traditional framing at all. There's no 2x4 studs, whatever, and stuff like that. But it gives you an idea too that it makes electrical a little different. I'll jump over here so I can get a close-up picture of how they did this. So here's a typical outlet box, and they'll use like one of these boxes here. This box here has the wire running to it behind the baseboard, and then they hide it real good with little quarter moon trim pieces, and they bring it up into the box here and just run it all around the house like this. You'll see them everywhere along the floor like that, because there is, there's another one there, along there, and that's how they run the electrical for a circuit on these little outlet boxes, because there's no way to really easily bury it in this wall here, because this is just a board, literally tongue and groove board that they use to build this up. And then of course you get a little support from some of the little 2x6s that looks like that are acting as posts. I know it kind of looks like a flimsy construction, but I think for the climate here it probably works pretty well. This looks like probably a 4x6 post there to give it more load and support. I'm sure this over here is probably another 4x6 posts, maybe even a little bigger than that, supporting this load. But here's the kitchen. Here's the little room off the kitchen. Say hi, Judy.
Hi.
A little patio out back. There's a lot of little finishing touch-up work that needs to be done. Kind of see these little quick, dirty jobs of patching things up on the ceiling. They just didn't finish it. It just needs a little more sanding. Smooth that a little better, and then you can spray some orange peel texture. They come in little spray cans in the Home Depots and stuff, so you can kind of match the texture that's on the ceiling. Hopefully you have texture. A smoother environment or a different kind of one, you just see more of the texture there, or lack of little repair jobs that were going on. But it's kind of funky out here the way they did things, and yeah, it's just screaming for a facelift. But has good bones for this environment, for this type of house from the era. There's little minor things, but I think a lot can be done to make the dream that the kids want for this place. They can make it happen, and I'll be enjoying the process with them as we spend some time out here. And anyway, you have a typical 60s era narrow little hallway going back to the back bedrooms. Here's one bedroom. Again, you can see the electrical boxes along the floor behind the baseboard running the power. And you got these funky windows. I'll just show you real quick. And of course, they have little gaps here in the glass, so air does get in and out. It's not a tight seal, and you open them by pulling this little lever down. And in the old days, that's how they did, is let the air through. There are newer windows of this style available on the market. This is kind of common in the islands here too. They have a tight secure seal. And again, here's another light switch. I'd love to put a double rocker in there. Bathroom. This little guest bathroom has been recently remodeled, it looks like. And not much to change here other than some little electrical issues that should be ran in conduit. You can kind of see back there. You just got a loosey-goosey kind of wire ran through here, snaked through. But second bedroom, pretty much the same as the first. Same concept of electrical outlets. That one's badly broken. So here we are with the kids. We're going shopping with them at one of our favorite stores. And
Home Depot.
We're helping them spend their money. We'll get everything we need for getting some of these projects in their house going.
Yep.
But, yeah, anyway, fun in Honolulu. Honolulu Home Depot. And Lowe's is right next door too. Very convenient.
Pretty cool, just like at home. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We gotta keep looking. So this is the entrance to the kids' master suite here. You got a nice large walk-in closet here. That's, I would even say it's about the same size or even a little bigger than ours in our Albuquerque home. But this is the master bedroom here. A little more storage out here. Nice bathroom. And of course, the thing I like the most, the morning sunrise in Oahu here from the master suite's little sliding patio door here. Isn't that great? The clouds. With the mountains there. All the nice exotic trees, just gorgeous. Of course, a little play structure they're probably going to donate to some friends that have kids. The speculation is there used to be a pool where this little family room is straight out there, where the other big patio door is. This might have had a pool right in this corner of the property that's been filled in since, and then of course built over. Thank you for watching an episode of Nature Preserve Life in Mountain Air, New Mexico. If you'd like to follow along and support our channel, please press the subscribe button and gong that bell to be notified. After all, it's free. Free is a very good price. In the future, we will plan to focus our episodes on our eco-friendly build of earthen construction and dark night astronomy, that big guy there, and tourism of the regional area, as well as establishing a Patreon account for the sole support of wildlife in Deer Canyon Preserve. So stay tuned. Cheers.